Hey everybody, and welcome back to episode 8 of our Factorio playthrough. Let's get going from where we left off with episode 7. Okay, so in our last episode, we put a little buffer in for some green chips so that we can continue to produce them even though we're not consuming them. That way, if we need to grab anything, we can later. Build up a little stockpile there. We can also add those back to the bus if we need to in the future. And then we built this little strip mall here. So this takes some ingredients in and produces a whole bunch of gears over here and then throws them back on a belt going back this way. And then all of these assembly machines can grab those items that they need to produce even more assembly machines, belts, and inserters, which is what we're going to need to keep expanding our factory. So let's build another one of these to get some more of the materials that we're going to use most. And you can see it's kind of it's about this space and then there's a single tile and then that space and then that's where the other one was. So maybe we can keep them kind of lined up like that. And then like this. So this is going to be, copy. This will be our template again going forward. So we've got some of the really common components. Let's look at getting, and we could probably throw some lights in here too. Not sure if there's really a kind of a standard place to put these. I'm just going to space them in between where all of this is, at least until we get to the gears. So that makes it a little bit brighter. So let's pull some power down and we'll put a couple lights there. And now let's decide what else we want to build. We're going to use the same design paradigm, philosophy, not sure the right word, where we're going to pull materials in and then we will, let's drag these down, create what we need. So this looks like it's coming off the third belt, so this needs to skip over. Okay, and let's grab off of here as well. Bring these down. Okay, so let's decide what we're going to make. I think power poles would be nice, so we're going to need iron sticks. And we could probably use one iron stick assembler to feed both types. And maybe I'll put it here so that I can have both of these be like up here on this side. Okay. All right, and then we probably need to start creating some furnaces because we are going to need quite a bit of those. We want to be able to upgrade our furnace stacks here. I should put a radar there so we can see them. And because I believe we'll be able to convert those to red belts. And we're just going to generally need a lot of them. And these just need steel and stone bricks. So let's get some of those. Let's look at the first crafting screen. We'll definitely want pipes. We'll want trains. We'll probably need more miners eventually. We have quite a stockpile, so maybe we don't need to create as many of those. Probably nothing here, and probably nothing on the military side except for maybe radars. So we'll do furnaces. Those need stone bricks. What else needs stone bricks? Nothing up there. It would be nice to have some of these as well. See, those don't need stone bricks. These, with the power, I typically just create those on my own because I'm just not using a ton of power. I pretty quickly switch over to, here, our power's up here. I pretty quickly switch over to nuclear power, so I don't usually build out a lot of those. We will want stuff for oil processing. And as we look at stuff that's coming up, we're going to be wanting to build out all of the rail stuff. So let's just maybe start, make sure science should be running. Yeah, science is running. We'll start with power, smelting, and then let's go ahead and build out stuff for dealing with oil, because that's something we'll want to do next. And maybe we can have like a train mall a little bit lower. So yeah, these need stone bricks, oil refineries, and they need pipes, and they need gears. So let's think about this. We may not be able to fit it here or here, but we could maybe do it here. We went like this and then change this to gears. Oops. And change this to pipes. So these can feed like that. This is going to want to take from somewhere, feed those. These are going to need, so we know we need copper, steel, iron, and stone bricks so far. We're going to need circuits. Okay. So if we go like this, does anything else need stone bricks? I'm not sure. I'm trying to plan this out. I've done this before, but we're just going to do this on the fly so we can kind of look at problem solving together. Okay, so here we have our oil refineries. We're going to need chemical plants as well. So those need pipes, gears as well. So if we put this up here, we can do oil refinery. So we're going to need gears here. And I guess one thing you could do is we could run a belt of iron all the way over here and put belts and gears on this and run it back. That might actually be a good idea. That would keep us from having to use all these assemblers intermingled. Because, for example, if we want to build some pumps, those need pipes. Those also need engines. So maybe let's think about doing that. What if we ran some stuff back here, and then we can create gears and pipes. So we're going to have gears and pipes clear back here. And does that work to grab both? Should. So we'll run those back this way, like this. And okay, so now instead of worrying about that, we just need ingredients that we can actually bring in on belts. So there's that. There's that. And we have, don't need to change those back. Okay, so we need to bring in copper, steel, circuits, and stone bricks, but the stone bricks only really need to go to here, and they don't need to Like we could bring them like this, and both of those could grab it, and then this line won't interfere with those because these are the only ones that need the stone bricks. So let's just grab those right now. Okay. So you guys can both grab stone bricks. Okay, then we're going to need steel, and this will be iron. Most of these are iron intense, so let's go ahead and bring iron in. And I believe we're doing the third one right here. Oops. There. 2, drag this over. Okay, so there's iron. And that will be running all the way over here. We'll decide exactly how far this goes after we kind of build all of these out. Okay, so we're going to want some of these, and those are going to need engines. Okay, engines are pretty slow to build, so those will take a while. And we're going to need, let's get some more research going. We're just going to finish off all of our red and green in no particular order because these research way faster than we can build everything that we've unlocked. So we'll just queue them up. Okay, so we have pumps, and now we're going to want to get pump jacks and storage tanks. So let's do pump jacks and storage tanks. And we could throw these on as well because we're basically done with 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we need pipes. Sorry. So wherever we make pipes, we'll make pipes on whatever side we make pipes on. We will make underground pipes right next to it for those. So we do want to get those. What else for fluids? I think that might be it for fluids. So then the question is, well, what about trains? Trains, that's a lot of stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But because the fluid wagon is like really related to oil processing, if we need any of those, let's do that right here, even though it's like a train component. And then, so we have power, we've got fluid handling, we've got more advanced smelting, we've got this stuff for fluid handling, so we really need to do pipes and underground pipes. So maybe we can set this up and then call these pipes, and we can go like that. So we are running out of these, so maybe let's get this all hooked up. So we have our iron, we need copper and steel iron pipes. Well, we can actually start making those right here. These produce pretty fast, so so we need to bring in copper, steel, and circuits, and we have enough lanes for that. So, and I don't believe we need anything else. Okay, so let's do, we can do steel right here. And we'll go to here, and I think it needs to go that far. That's it. That looks good. Now we need copper and steel. Not quite as much. Sorry about that little glitch. So we don't need quite as much. I mean, we do need some, but we still need circuits. Sorry, not steel, circuits and iron, or copper plates. And we can bring that through here. And this needs to go like this. And I believe that's the last one that needs it. Okay. So now we need to get circuits and copper on this belt. So we will go like this, and then skip, and then this will go like this. So I split off here, and then I split off here, and I'm leaving this space so that I can have a belt going out like this, and they will equally fill both sides of that belt. So now we've tapped into 1, 2, 3, 4. So now that we've done all 4 lanes of this, we're going to do another splitter, and I'm out. But guess what? We have all of that up here. Let's get some more blues, some more reds. Sweet. So nice. Okay. So we're going to put this same splitter that we did here, we're going to put down here. This is the only one that I've really learned by heart. All the other ones I use a blueprint book for, just because I don't know all the mechanics of building those. Okay, so we have all our ingredients. Let's start hooking them up and setting up chests. And we've got wires to control the output. So we're going to want quite a bit of these. They typically come in sets of 48. So let's do 480. Oh, if my number lock works. There we go. And this just needs steel. Done. This needs steel and copper. And we want lots of these. So I believe they come in stacks of 100. So let's just say we want 400. Sure, doesn't matter. Oh, we don't even have enough for that. We need one more. And then it'll start producing. What do we need? Oh, steel. Oh, I was trying to grab iron. Plates, steel. There we go. Perfect. Okay. This is similar. Let's only do 100. Yeah, in fact, this is don't need 400, maybe just like 200 for now. We can change that later. Okay. This needs steel, and it needs those. Sweet. Okay. This needs bricks, pipes. Okay, so we've determined that we've got enough of those. So let's finish this out, because that's what this needs. It's about right there. So this needs to grab and place, grab, place. So this will put pipes on this side and gears on this side. Now pipes, we can make, if we look at the pipe recipe, we can make 2 pipes every second. If we look at the gears, we can actually make the same, but they take different amounts. Like the pipe takes 1 iron plate and the gears take 2 iron plates. 1 iron gear and wheel, so 2 per second. 1 iron pipe, 2 per second. So if you're worried about ratios and stuff, um, in terms of like how much iron you're supplying, that's the difference. The other thing that's interesting is if you come to the engines, they take more pipes than gears. So if you are trying to balance out these to produce engines, you need twice as many pipes as you need gears. So since we've just got a bunch of stuff down here, we'll just throw both of them on, and let's just make a complete other set as well. That might be overkill, but it's not the worst thing. And we are going to be wanting to make lots of pipes just on their own. So, okay, and then that's that going the other way. Don't need that. Okay, so this is grab, 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 and this is grab, grab, grab. Okay, and then this needs to place, 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 and this needs to place, place, place. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so let's go back over here. Now we can see we've got these flowing through, and we can actually stop this one right here. Okay, so we can get both gears and stuff from right there. Circuits, we're going to use a long-handed, and steel, we're going to go like this. And that's all the ingredients. Okay, so for these, we are going to need, so I'm on a browser right now, and I'm going to a website called factoriocheatsheet.com. Factoriocheatsheet.com. This is a great tool to help you with ratios and, for example, setting up something like oil processing where you're like, okay, how many of these do I need? How many of these do I need? Or if I'm setting up nuclear power, how much, how many reactors do I need? And so we want to set up for the future. So we're going to just do 25 of these. And in later episodes, we'll see why that's helpful. So we'll do 25. Okay. Pretty much the same thing. We need steel, steel, that, and circuits. Okay. And we're going to need more of these because we use these for more than just cracking oils. We make quite a bit of stuff with them. So let's set this to 50 for now. And let's move that here. Great. How are we doing for power? Okay. Guess we can look at our map. Plenty of time before we reach anything out there with our pollution cloud. That's the nice thing about this mode, is that they don't expand. So once you've cleared them out, they're gone for good. Okay, this needs steel and pipes. There's steel, there's pipes. Engines need steel, gears and pipes. So steel, gears and pipes. And how about 25 pumps? Okay, engines are pretty slow. They take 10 seconds. These only take 2 seconds. So this will be slow to fill up. That's all right. Um, and we do want to collect some extra engines, possibly. If we look at our blue science, though, we'll actually be creating engines for that in large quantities, and so we can stockpile engines there. Um, and we'll probably have an engine builder for our trains as well. But it might be useful to just stockpile up a few. Need some more steel. And so let's do let's just do one stack of 50 engines. So these will split and slowly build up. It'll take a while. Okay, a lot of the same stuff. Steel, this, that. So the reason why I'm doing this, rather than setting up these limiters like this, is in case I want to come back and dump excess material in here, or later on we'll upgrade these to storage chests, and if we clean something up, the bots can come and bring it back here. And it's pretty easy to change all of these and just drop a yellow box over here. So, but you could just say, you know what, I only want to do 50 like this, or 100 or whatever they stack to. Okay, what is this missing? Oh, we haven't told it how many to do yet. Okay, well, let's do 50. Sure. Maybe I need to actually get the number there. Okay. Oh, we finally need some iron. Iron, steel, and storage tanks. Let's do 50 of those. And this will need some power. So these will split between these fluid wagons and just storing some of these up. So fluid wagons, we're going to need those and steel. Red-handed inserter for that. Now fluid wagons we're going to need in groups of 10, or not 10, 4, because when we do trains we'll do 1 engine and 4 tanks. So let's do enough to do 12. That should be all we need actually. Alright, now we're going to store some of these, and we'll need a lot of these. Oops. Okay. And let's have you store undergrounds to the tune of 200. Do the same here. Okay, so that is another strip mall done. Oops, can I copy all of this? It's not going to copy that. What was this distance here? Kind of the same, 1, 2. So it's like 1 right there. Give it a uniform appearance. Maybe if we forget something down the line, we can add it here or shift these down one more if we need to repurpose some of these for something else. Okay. It's looking pretty good though. Okay, this is nice. We were able to make our second store in the strip mall, and now we can just easily grab those, these. We don't need these yet, but we've got pipes and furnaces building up nicely. This is great. Let's queue up some more science. There's a lot of red and green science. We're just plowing through it. Okay, so let's actually upgrade our assemblers. Okay. Starting to run out. That's okay. Okay, so there's all of our assemblers upgraded, and now let's go do a little bit of cleanup up here. Really, the only thing we have left is those. So how about we just chop off yeah, let's chop these off. And we'll let those, still go up. But we'll let these run out of resources. And we'll collect all of these and turn them into blues. Collect that. Yeah, let's go ahead and set this back up. And we're just going to open this up. And we're going to let this run out of resources. And we'll pick up whatever's done. And we'll let this eat up the rest of these. Can't even hold all of that. That's all right. Let's put a radar down so we've got a view of what's going on. Pick up that one's empty. Let's do a little bit of cleanup here. Input priority there. Okay, those are going. The input priority on splitters, if that's unclear, it basically says I want to prioritize stuff coming in from a particular lane. In this case, I want it to come in from this side. Like if you have to choose between these, draw from here first. And what that does is it lets these outside miners run through their stuff first. And then you can also choose where you want it to go. Like for example, on our circuits, we said, hey, first go to the bus, and then you can go off over here where we're going to collect some. That's the point of that. Okay. Let's recycle some of this. I don't think that's even doing anything. There's that one. Okay. Okay. So for example, these are prioritizing the input here. And we could do the same here and say, hey, let's prioritize this lane coming in. So really let these drain out first. And that gives us miners to recycle. That's probably not the best because you want all of your miners producing stuff, but equally and kind of running out at the same time. But I like to just um, recycle stuff that's not producing anymore. Okay, got one more here. All right. Oh, you know what? We are missing all of our green. We have 10 down here, and we should have 12. So we don't have the proper ratio. So let's fix that. That was definitely a mistake. Let's get our other set here. And so we want to get them on this side of the belt. So what we could do is give this a little break. And just drop them on like that. Yep, that was an oversight. Some of you might have caught that. That's probably good. Keep that there. And those are full. So then you say, well, what do I do with all of this extra stuff in my inventory? You can just clear it out. For example, we're not going to use wood anymore. And I don't really want to use wood power poles anymore. They don't reach as far. So let's put this, and we'll just use steel from now on. We've got tons of it. So what you can do to get rid of all these excess plates is just drop them in, for example, there. Or you could say, you know what, all of these need iron. Kind of give us a little bit more room. Get rid of those. 12, who cares? This ammo, don't need it. That looks a little bit cleaner. And let's go to our assemblers and put these in this box. So this box says, hey, before you grab any from here, if we've got excess, put them in here. Now that we've upgraded most of our stuff, let's see, we did all these in blue. So we shouldn't be picking up any more of those assembly machine ones. We should only just have assembly machine twos. Now look what's happened to our steel. It's like almost non-existent. So, do we have a couple minutes left? Let's look at that. So you can see that these are just not completely depleting this belt of ore. Like we've got plenty. So let's change the steel to steel furnaces and boost that. So we need 48. So you could take a stack. Now, if you want to leave 2 back, you just hover in here and right click and it will drop 1 like that. Then you can put the other 48 back in your inventory. And you can, shuffle them around like that if you want to. But that's how you can kind of get a precise amount. Okay, so that is going to boost our steel production because if we look at a stone furnace, its crafting speed is 1. Steel furnace, crafting speed is 2. That's going to eat through those quite a bit faster. If we look at what we need, so um, a steel furnace will, um, a steel furnace can empty, you need 24 of it to completely empty a belt of ore. We have a half belt going through here, but we'll probably upgrade this to a red belt running through here. So that will be um, 24 of these will empty a full yellow belt of ore, and we have this half yellow belt. Um, yes. And then in order to fill, like if we wanted to fill a yellow belt with steel, um, we would need a ton. We actually need like 120 of these. So if one stack is 48, you basically need, um, sorry, one stack of steel smelters is 24, one like this. We would need 5 of these chunks just to fill one yellow belt, because you need 120. So it takes a lot. Um, yeah, steel is really expensive to produce. So this will give it a boost though. So now you can see though that our um, our ore is only really making it down to about here, and then it's stopping. So it's making it about halfway, and then it doesn't have enough. So we have a half belt. We really need a full yellow belt. And in order to do that, we can do a half belt of red, because a half belt of red is equal to 1 belt of yellow. So we could start producing some of these. I mean, these are just sitting idle, and it's like we could say, hey, is it time to start producing reds? And we could say, yeah, maybe a little bit. We can hook this up so this starts producing all of these, because it's not just the belts that are going in into this lane here. Like this needs to be red, but in order for us to maintain that red speed the whole way, these need to be red as well. These splitters all need to be red. Basically from, here on down, these need to be all red. So we would need 1, 2, 3, 4. We would need quite a few of these things. So that's something to think about next time. The other kind of bigger question is, well, why don't I just start doing everything with red belts? And that's a great question. Red belts aren't the most expensive. Like if we look at what it costs, you need a yellow and you need some more gears. It's like, well, that's not bad. But then you look at the undergrounds. They need a yellow, well, they need 2 yellows and they need 40 gears. It's like, oh my gosh, that's really expensive. We look at these, 1 yellow, 10 gears. So these start to get really gear intensive, which isn't the worst thing. Like we've actually been collecting gears right here. We can even store more, so we can boost production if we had to. So we'll look into that next time. We've got another section of our mall, and we're going to want to add another one for trains and maybe some circuitry stuff. And that really should be it in terms of what our mall is going to produce. So we'll look at that next time and think about doing the belts. So thanks again for joining. Let's do a save. This is episode 8. Thank you for joining this episode. If you've got any suggestions or questions, please leave them in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.